Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking out the Tier 8 Lo Yang, and we're going to look at some really good destroyer gameplay. So the first thing I want to do is look at what I'm up against. As far as the other DDs are concerned, I have a Tier 8 Benson, which is danger. There's Mitsuki. He's not very dangerous, but he will see me first. We've got another Lo Yang, so I have to be careful of him, the Ballistica, which can also be very dangerous, though not quite as much as the Lo Yang or the Benson. As far as targets of opportunity, there are several battleships out there. There is a Tier 8 carrier, so I do need to be mindful of that. And looking at my spawn, I spawn right in the dead center. And on this map, I think what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go loiter in the dead center there. So there are the two gaps that lead directly into our cap. And I've seen too many times where enemy destroyers like to sneak into those caps. And if there's anyone waiting there, it's a suicide run. You're just going to get pounced on as soon as you get spotted and everything. But if nobody goes there, then they get a free run at your cap. And even though they're not probably going to actually get your cap, which would take forever for that to happen, especially with a carrier in the game, they do stop your tickets from accumulating. So they're directly leading to their team winning by denying you those automatic point tickets. So I get close to this corridor, and I'm just slowing down. I've got all my guns pointed right at the corner where if there's going to be an enemy that pops around, they're there. I'm also using this island as cover so that the only one that would be able to fire at me would be whoever comes around the corner. Just hanging out. Well, if I could get there first, so could an enemy. So I think no one's going to come through there. Then you can see my detection ring on the minimap. And anybody going anywhere near those two corridors, as long as they're around the island, I should be spotting. And they should spot me. Just keeping an eye on those fighters. I really don't want to get spotted by planes. Okay, so there's some enemies over on the east flank. The west flank is going to be the short side. That's going to be the weak flank. And, oh, nope, spotted. Okay, enemy Lo Yang. So, he's got an island in between. I'm going to fire torpedoes off blindly, just straight at him. I'm going to area denial him, and I crisscross them on purpose to make them a little harder to avoid. I get lucky on my opening shot and disable his engine, and now I'm just going to fire maneuver. Now I know I have the corner of this island here, so now he can't fire at me, but I'm getting a couple shots around the corner, and I'm going to go ahead and start turning because I've got the island, and there, bam, got one torpedo on him, so he's almost dead. So I pop my hydroacoustic, and there, you see I can see him through the island because of the hydroacoustic. My guns are already ready, and just like that, and he had the Tier 4 Captain trait, where it gives him more hit points, because you can see the damage done is 17,800, and because of the hydroacoustic, I could see his torpedoes very easily and avoid them. Had to avoid my teammates' torpedoes as well. But very early in the game, took out the enemy Lo Yang, took 0 damage, and denied them the center. So not only have I taken out one of their destroyers, but now they know that I'm loitering around there. And I don't think anybody who is even paying slight attention is going to try and go through there. So now it's time to move on. It's kind of like being a sniper, where once you're spotted and you've made your move, it's time to relocate, because now they're expecting you in a general location, even if they don't know exactly where you're at. So now I have the element of surprise, because the last time they saw me, I was in the dead center just spinning around. For all they know, I could be slowly making my way into their cap. And I really hope that they do think that, and that some of them have turned around to go protect the cap, because I'm not there and they're protecting it from nothing. Instead, I'm heading over to where some of these battleships are up in the corner. Got a few enemies coming in. Okay, now, you see that smoke right there? There, Lasvika. He just popped out of his his smoke long enough that I saw that he was in there. So that's good. I want to kill him. He's a severe danger. My torpedoes are up. I just need to get in close enough. So I go ahead and angle at him. He's just going to sit in that smoke. And HE spam. See, there he goes. He's just HE spamming from a distance. He may be rocking back and forth a little bit, but that's fine. We're just going to send both torpedo spreads in there. They're a little overlapped, but I wanted to cover the entire area that I could in between those islands. And especially because there are enemy carrier planes above, he's not going to pop out of that smoke anytime soon, because he knows that he would get spotted. The planes are being spotted by the battleships right behind the smoke, so he sees them. He's just going to stay put. And okay, and now I'm spotted. The Blisvika is definitely still in the smoke, and now I'm unspotted. So right on the other side of this little island right here has got to be the Mitsuki, because the Benson wouldn't be able to spot me. Yeah, see, and as I'm traveling laterally across here, he's in that gap right there, and now I've just passed him, so now he's right there, and I got a torpedo on the Blisvika. That will make him very easy to help finish off. In fact, I'm going to take a couple cheeky shots back at him. Okay. So I did my job there. And I'm spotted, so he knows I'm here. So the Mitsuki is just ahead, somewhere here. He's in this area. Now the question is he going to get cheeky and try and fight me square up, which would be very dumb on his part, or is he going to try and do loop-de-loops around these islands and avoid me? Okay, so I just dropped off detection again. So I want to say that he's actually playing this smart and trying to avoid a straight-up fight with me. He's trying to just spot me so that the bigger ships in the area can help finish me off. Okay, I'm spotted again. Torpedoes. Not worried about that, but that does let me know that he's over there somewhere. I'll send a couple torpedoes just because they're up at the turpitses. Alright, there's my Blisvika. He's not the one spotting me, but he is very hurt, so let's go ahead and dial him in. First shot was long, second shot was a little short. There we go, now we're on target now. We've got his general speed and direction, and he's being kind of dumb and not changing. If he cut engines or pointed his nose at me or zigged or zagged or anything, probably would have survived that, but he didn't. So as soon as he's dead, I turn tail and I pop my smoke. Now I'm still going full speed, but because the smoke is now in between me and those battleships, which is what are spotting me, I've instantly dropped off detection. I don't have to sit in that smoke. The secondary bonus to this is now they think that I'm just sitting in the smoke. In fact, there go some torpedoes into the smoke, and the turpitses are both turning off. So one is hugging the border, he's falling behind, which is perfect. So now I have one that's exposed himself. The only question now is where's the Mitsuki? And you can see he's spotted directly ahead by the planes. And he's angling towards me. So I'm going to go right at him. And I know this Tirpitz is coming too, but I think I can drop this Mitsuki very, very quickly. Spotted. There he is. Okay, yep, and he definitely doesn't want to fight. He's already turning off. Opening salvo does pretty decent. Sets him on fire. He's smart enough not to put it out. But I've already got him dialed in because he is very close range, and I'm just going to rain some damage down onto him. Now here is where he fucks up. He pops his smoke right there. So I have my hydroacoustic up, and he's within range of it. No amount of smoke is going to make him invisible to me now at this point. You'll notice through this gunfight, I'm invisible. Okay, now I'm not because I went too wide out. So I'm actually going to start cutting back in. Here's the Tirpitz. I'm going to fire one set of torpedoes at him, but I'm going to save the other just in case he dodges those. And what I want to do here is, while I'm finishing off this Mitsuki, there we go, I get into the Mitsuki's smoke. And now this Tirpitz, who's very, very close, and he did dodge that first set, cannot see me. So second set of torpedoes is out. Hydroacoustic let me know that his torpedoes were coming in. No problem dodging those. Set him on fire. He takes 4 torpedoes and definitely just ruined his day. He just burned his repair because he's not on fire anymore, so he's not flooding or on fire. But he is point blank and he's looking. Now here's my mistake. I should stop firing at this point. Instead, he almost kills me. Wow, that was close. I don't know why he's turning off now. Well, he sees this New Mexico up ahead and he's getting greedy. I set him back on fire. At this point, no question in my mind, he is going to die. Now the Mitsuki's smoke ran out, so watch what I do here. His guns aren't pointed at me. I double check. Okay, the other Tirpitz doesn't have an angle. The island's in between. And here comes the Tirpitz again. He starts turning at me, and I pop my own smoke now because I've been just sitting in the Mitsuki smoke. And I go right back to invisible, set another fire just for good measure, and the Tirpitz gives up and starts firing back at that barely alive New Mexico. Now, unfortunately, the New Mexico pays the price and he is now dead. On the plus side, I am still alive. Just got another fire on him. Now I'm just being mean by continuing fire. Still in smoke. And here comes the second Tirpitz. He has to know I'm in this smoke. And yet, he does not seem to care. So I fire both sets. Now I fire the first set directly at the marker, and I fire the second set ahead of it. The reason being will become apparent very quickly here. And this is what bad battleship players do. And I've already pegged this guy to be a bad battleship player just because he was on the border for so long and got separated from his team, and the fact that he's coming around this corner. He sees torpedoes right there, and you can see what he's doing. He's turning away from them. So he took 1 torpedo from the front group, but look how many he takes from the second group. 1, 2, and 3. If he had cut engines and turned into them, he would have avoided all of the other torpedoes from the second group, and he would have only taken 1 torpedo. And then my torpedoes would be down, and he knew exactly where I am in the smoke, and could have just charged me. So with the Tirpitz dead, I start going out towards the carrier. Unfortunately, I bump into the Benson, and for whatever reason, 1 shot, 2 shot, my shots are just 3, okay, 4. So I wasted my first 3 salvos trying to dial him in, just couldn't quite peg him, and he finished me off. If I had gotten him dead on right from the get-go, probably could have taken him out. Carrier dies almost instantaneously after this, and we easily win this game. What a textbook game. I mean, that went as perfectly as I could have possibly hoped for. So how did we do? You ready for this? We did 1,020,000 credits, 11,000 XP, 551 free XP, Confederate, Kraken, high caliber, 151,000 points of damage off of 168 main artillery shells, 10 torpedoes, 14 fires. Wow. I've never gotten that many credits in a single game, no matter what. We got 2,880 base XP, though I have done much higher than that. Never at this tier or on a premium ship to take advantage of it. And I think if you combined all of the enemy's XP, I think I probably still got more XP than them. But all in all, a great picture-perfect game. I can say I really didn't make any major mistakes. I wish I had gotten that Benson there at the end, but you can't get everything. I really hope you guys learned something and that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Have fun, everyone.